We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is a sham.
No. Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Welcome to DBL. Guess what? Knock, knock.
Who's there?
It's Friday.
It is, finally.
It went fast this week, huh?
It went so fast that I thought we skipped a day. Like, I was like, what's going on?
I didn't think that, but it did go fast.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, folks, it's the end of an era. Ellen posted to Instagram saying that they taped the final episode of her show yesterday. She also thanked fans, saying, quote, "Being invited into your lives has been the greatest privilege of my life and has brought me incredible joy." The final episode will air at the end of next month, but this all came about 2 years after, I think we all remember because we talked about it, accusations of a toxic workplace and revelations that Ellen's friendly daytime demeanor didn't always match her actions behind the scenes. So I just wanted to ask, do you think Ellen was canceled? Do you think the public turned on her? Was it fair? And also what her impact is. And we have her announcing she was gay. I just want to play that real quick. From 1997 on her Ellen DeGeneres show, this broke the mold for LGBTQ community. Go ahead.
Susan, I'm gay.
Yeah, that was an amazing moment. I remember Laura Dern couldn't get work for years after that. She played her girlfriend. What do you guys think about Ellen leaving? What do you think her impact will be? We used to watch Ellen.
Listen,
in the lunchroom.
I'm pro Ellen, right? I understand her toxic work environment. I'm gonna put that in quotes because we don't know. We heard a couple stories. I don't know.
And
this
three
pendulum,
producers were let go. Three senior producers.
This pendulum of like this cancel culture thing is starting to come back, right? Johnny Depp was accused. He's just banned from Fantastic Beasts. Now we're hearing that might not be true, right? Ellen, if you have 100 people, if you have 50% of that like you, that's a good number. You know what I mean? If you could sway 50% of the people, that's good. So listen, she also gave me a free trip to Florida or to Australia,
Yeah.
so I can't.
Did you know that?
I can't.
No, that's breaking news.
I was in the audience with my wife because I was trying to get her used to LA, and one of my friends had a hookup. So I'm like, she loves Ellen. Could we get in the audience? And we just happened to be there the day she gave the whole audience trip to Australia. So
Wow.
Well, she swayed your vote.
she definitely swayed my vote. And I have a lot of memories around here. Me and Ira and you sitting in the lunchroom, watch, because we get a 3 o'clock break and we go in there and watch Ellen. I'm a fan, and I know this tarnished her legacy. It's sad that she's got to go out like this, but she did a lot for the LGBTQ community.
Huge.
Always giving back with money to different communities. I'm a fan. I'm going to be on her side.
I listened to her interview for about 30 minutes with the Today Show, and she talked extremely long about how she decided to leave. She wanted to leave at season 16, and she extended her contract 3 years. And then when all these accusations came out, that was probably 2 years into her contract, and she said, I'm just going to continue. I'm not going to let these people that are saying all this stuff about me win. So she finished out her contract and wasn't necessarily canceled and quit on the 19th year because of this. And that's what her and CBS are standing by. So I don't think that she actually got canceled, and I know that she had 255 employees. So, you know, we have a smaller staff here, and everybody doesn't know what's going on with everybody. So 255 employees and expecting the face of the show to be in contact with all things. No, it's the leader of each department that runs each department that should have came to her and told her exactly what's going on, or somebody below them should have accessed her, and she wished that would have happened. So I think she's going out on a high note, and I do think that many famous people, many successful journalists, people have tried television shows. Most of them have failed. Ellen did it for 19 years, broke a barrier, and really set the tone for dancing, coming out, being funny, being herself. And she got to stand firmly in what she wanted to do for almost 20 years. And that is a beautiful thing. So I don't think anything should be on her legacy besides somebody who broke barriers, saying that I am an LGBTQ plus woman. I'm standing firm in that. And I have a talk show when everybody thought it wasn't possible, and I was kind of canceled out of television. I have the biggest show on television following Oprah. And I think that that is something to stand on.
First of all, well said, both of you. I had friends that worked at Ellen that had a really hard time, and I was holding her accountable for that. But they did let 3 senior producers go, and I really felt like they took actionable steps to fix the major problems that at least I was hearing from firsthand accounts, right? Ellen, to me, I agree, doesn't need to be in charge of all those people. I think there was a tone she missed from not being there too much, that there was something going on, but I think it wasn't up to her to stop that. I also have to say this, her Here and Now, I don't know if you guys know, it's from 2003. It's her stand-up after she was blacklisted from coming out, is the reason I went into stand-up comedy. So Ellen holds a very deep place in my heart. I find her observational comedy a lot like Jerry Seinfeld. It's really clean. It's really family-oriented. It's about the toilet paper being like prosciutto. It's so thin. So to me, Ellen is a plus. I'm just glad they took actionable responses at CBS.
Do you think her legacy is tarnished in any way from what this cancel culture that we live in?
A little. I think there's a stain. I think that we didn't bring up this whole story without bringing that up, and that always comes up now. Right. So a little bit. Again, I think Ellen might not be the person you always see dancing, but I don't think she was this wicked witch of the West. I think there were people in place that were, though, not good, and they were let go. So let us know what you think. Are you pro Ellen? I remember watching Ellen season 1.
And it was like such a big, like, we were here since 7, not to, you know, pull the curtain back too much, but it was like, it kind of like just had some lunch, just relaxed a little bit, and got some tips. I mean, she's fantastic at what she does. The interviewing process, how relaxed she is, how the celebrities interact with her. I mean, she really does a really good job in how she came up and the struggles she went through to where she's at today. You got to give it up for her.
You're right. You're right. All right. Well, Ellen isn't the only one leaving. Jeff is too. I'm just kidding.
Me and Ellen are starting a new show.
You're Lindsay, rude. A major TV show, James Corden, told fans yesterday that his time on the Late Late Show is coming to an end. Take a look at this.
I've decided to sign for one more year on the show, and that this will be my last year hosting the Late Late Show. Here's to the next 12 months. It is going to be a blast. I promise you that. We'll be right back with more of the Late Late Show, everybody.
Okay, so 2 things here. Let's first have to bring up what he brought to TV and pop culture. Carpool karaoke, which started in a show in England and is now brought over here, is like such a cornerstone. And also that amazing crosswalk. They go to the crosswalk and do an entire Broadway show as they cross the
This one got a little silly. That one got a little silly.
Pushed the limits because people wanted to go to work.
Yeah, I would not like this if I was running late.
But what do you guys think?
Oh, man, if I was running late in New York.
Do you see that one driver being like, dude, come on. Why do you think he's leaving? And is he had a little bit of overexposure? There was a little turn on James Corden, if you guys have felt that.
I like James Corden. I think he did a great job tapping into the TikTok generation, the younger people that are going to grow up and be the people that are the demo that everybody's looking for to watch your show, to be honest, in order to set advertising dollars. And I think that he is just a really smart, funny, witty person that did it his way. And it's hard to break into a seat that somebody was in before you and figure out how to do it unique from your own perspective. And he did that. And I was listening to an interview from him, and he wanted to do 5 years, and he always wanted to write his own series. And so he said he's going to go on and do that, and he's going to be afraid. And that's something that I always live by. Like, if something's not scaring me, if I feel too comfortable in a position, it's time to think about what else I could be doing to challenge myself. And so he has that same mentality. And so I'm excited to see what he's going to do, because he's been in Broadway shows, he's been an actor already. So I feel like he's just about to hit the ground running or even get his own show. Kind of like we saw with the late night, sorry, it's slipping my mind. He has a show on Netflix now. My next guest.
David Letterman.
David Letterman.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
He reinvented himself and has this beautiful reinvention of a man who you think is a retirement age. Like, no, I'm standing firm in this and going to have some of the biggest interviews probably of our generation with people like Dave Chappelle, who never spoke about those kind of things he talked about with David Letterman on that show. So I'm excited to see what's next.
Yeah, he's a super talented guy. Like, a lot of people watching television are just like, I mean, he's very talented, right? So a lot of people don't even understand that aspect of it. Like, anyone could get up there and just talk and host a talk show. No, my friend, no.
Is that where you're at?
No, I wasn't. But I also have memories of James Corden, because when I first started hosting at CBS, where I hosted, I'm not even kidding, was a closet across the hall from the studio James Corden did his show at Television City. So I'd see them filming Carpool Karaoke. I'd always see James Corden. So I kind of looked up to him being in this closet, and I'm like, maybe one day.
Hey,
maybe
look
one
at
day.
you now.
Look at me now.
Out of that closet.
Feels good. Feels good.
I love it. And James Corden really is I think he made the pieces on the web digestible. Like a Carpool Karaoke goes viral. I just think he was smart about that.
Yeah, his Adele one has like 200+ million views.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
The best. Coming up on DBL, our interview with Danny DeVito. Can you believe this?
It was great.
He tells us what went down behind the scenes of the cast of Taxi. And yeah, we got to talk about this. The FDA makes a move to ban menthol cigarettes. But is this step to improve public health unfair to the Black community? We're talking about it next. Stay tuned.
Closed captioning provided by...
Planning any trips this year? If you're flying, Verify can help you save. From getting the best deals to reimbursement for lost bags, we answer your questions. Check out our travel stories at verifythis.com.
What's up? I guess Rob told me I got a big piece of lint on me.
Yeah.
These camera guys, they could zoom in and they really. Oh, there it is.
Amazing.
Oh, you got it, buddy.
2003.
I'm not too worried about it.
She does this. Jeff, one of her stand-ups, Tiffany, one of her stand-ups, she goes like this. Ellen, she goes, have you ever been having like a good hair day and you feel cool and you're walking and then like something trips and you just sucks the coolness and then you make a big deal, like someone should put a pebble up ahead. There's a big cone. There's a big pebble up ahead. Someone should put a pebble. It was really funny if you watch Ellen do it.
It's funny if you watch Tori do it.
It's in Ellen's stand-up. Her early stand-up, really, if you ever, it's so tight like Jerry Seinfeld. Every word is
It's
efficient.
very unique too. Like when you know Ellen's doing stand-ups, if you just hear it on the radio, because we have a comedy station here that I listen to all the time. If you just hear it, you know it's Ellen right away. You know what I mean? Like the cadence, the delivery, the punchline.
Little twang.
Style to her, and I don't know how to describe it, but she'll say like a line, and you think it's going one way, and then
She
she'll finish it with
switches She bait and switches. She has one where they talk about newscasters, and they're like, "Hey Meryl, when are you gonna stop all that rain and bring the sunshine?" And the weather guy's like, "I'll stop the rain when you stop the carjacking, Colleen." And they go back and forth.
I used to love Ellen when she'd scare people. Like that's like my favorite. Oh, it's so fun. Mario Lopez is in the bathroom one time, and she like jumps out of the stall, and Mario Lopez is like, "Oh my God, why would you do that?"
Taylor Swift in the bathroom, and Taylor just goes, "Ugh," and she goes to the ground.
I don't think you can do that anymore.
Well,
but
a lot of people are like, they blamed Ellen because after that toxic workplace, they're like, yeah, she scares people too. And I'm like, that's so funny. When they
so
jump out of the
funny. I love
box.
that.
That's so good. Welcome back. So the FDA is out with a new plan that would have a huge impact on smokers. They plan to ban the sale of menthol cigarettes, which are used by 18.5 million Americans. They are particularly popular with black smokers. This stat really got me. Nearly 85% of black smokers smoke menthol. Now, public health experts say this is a huge next step in tobacco limits and could save hundreds of thousands of lives, while others say this is totally unfair. DBL Nation, we want to know what you think. Do you support this ban on the sale of menthol cigarettes? Go ahead to dblvote.com to weigh in. If you're smoking one right now, please participate in the conversation. I used to smoke a menthol. I used to, in college, to think I was cool, and it tasted a little bit better. And I think a lot of the reason is the flavor is somewhat a gateway for kids, just like they banned bubblegum vapes, right? So what do you guys think about this, Lindsay?
I mean, I'm all for the health of everybody and, taking away things that are going to be a detriment to the health. But when I think about the big picture, if we're talking about a police officer pulling you over and saying, yes, give me those cigarettes, the Cool or Newports, because those are banned now, versus a police officer or then arresting a black person who smokes it in more volume, then that's where it becomes a problem for me. So it depends on what the repercussion for having it is, because it's not immediately going to get off the street. And we remember Eric Garner was killed because he was selling cigarettes, okay? And that's not a worthy cause, a single cigarette. So no matter what the brand was, our black man was already killed because of that in New York. So let's not go down that route again. But if it's really just like, okay, we're taking the cigarettes, we're just going to remove them and try to get them off the streets, fine. But any punishment further than that, even a ticket, will kind of be problematic to people that cannot afford to continuously pay tickets, and they're just trying to get the cigarettes they can afford. So I think it depends on what the repercussions will be.
Do you think, and really be honest, the black people in this country were targeted by this, or do you think it was because it's a flavored gateway cigarette?
I don't know if Joe Biden's administration is putting this in. It really is confusing to me because there's other initiatives. If it is targeting the black people, let's say in a positive way for their health because they're more disproportionately affected, there are other things he could have done, like put in the George Floyd legislation that would have been way more helpful towards our health. So, I don't really agree with Biden in that case, but I don't think this is the first thing on the agenda. It confuses me, just like I say with Republicans, when they do certain things, I don't understand why this is the first thing on the agenda.
Why the priority,
when there are pressing issues that need to be addressed.
Yeah, this is tough because because especially where we're at as a society, right, to target something, to take something away from a targeted audience, right? In
Inevitably,
this day and age, right? Just roll back cigarettes as a whole. I mean, I don't know if I would pick menthols over whatever. They're all bad. The big picture is they're trying to do a good thing, right? But at what cost and at whose cost?
Right.
Right? So I don't know. Maybe roll back cigarettes and people are like, well, it's a free country. I'll smoke if I want to. This is just really a tough one because on one hand, you're trying to do a good thing, and then at whose expense?
That's a
right?
really good call. I am against it only because I don't think I want that much government telling me what I can or cannot do. And if you're a conservative, I think you would understand that point of view. Don't tell me what I can or cannot do, even if it harms me.
But
that's
then
my right to do so.
Okay, then what about a mask? Don't tell me to wear a mask.
Well,
that's
public health emergencies are different in my opinions.
I know, but that's where you get into these conversations of, oh, I'm not wearing a mask. I'm not stopping.
No, totally.
People aren't running around pulling cigarettes out of people's mouths, but they'll tell you when you're not wearing your mask,
They
right?
sure will.
Yeah.
They sure will.
What are you smirking at?
I like this conversation. I'm just like this.
I was like, what, did that make sense?
No, it did. It was
because
a good
I'm not
argument.
even on the side of that mask, but it's so easy to throw something back in someone's, I don't know.
No, that's true.
Government.
Yeah, as soon as you say get government out of, that could be a whole list of things. I hear you. All right, final vote. Do you support the ban? Yes, 42%. No, 58% of you. Interesting. Let us know if you were smoking and if you want to write us in pro or con. Coming up on DBL, the Danny DeVito takes a walk down memory lane with DBL. He's telling us all about the parties, oh my gosh, that went down with the Taxi cast coming up next.
Question: are mosquitoes attracted to certain colors? Let's verify. Our sources: this article that appeared in Nature Communications, and Jeff Riffle, one of the authors of the paper and a professor in the Department of Biology at the University of Washington. Professor Riffle says mosquitoes carry diseases that impact 1 billion people per year and cause the deaths of more than 1 million people per year. He says that's why his team started this study.
Really take a close look and see, can we understand their vision a little bit more? And if we do understand their vision, can we actually utilize that?
The study found mosquitoes are most attracted to the colors black, aqua, red, and orange. Black is due to the environments they like to be in.
Mosquitoes really like dark black colors, and what it might indicate is that they are really sensitive to desiccation or losing water, and so they want to find dark, shady areas to rest.
The reason they love red and orange is because that's what human skin looks like to them.
No matter what your skin tone or how dark or light you are, we are, dominantly reflecting the orange and red from our skin.
The reason for mosquitoes liking aqua is still a mystery to Riffle. The study also found mosquitoes are only attracted to certain colors when the presence of carbon dioxide is around. Because humans breathe that out, it then attracts the mosquitoes to us.
The only time they showed a preference is if they first detected or smelled the carbon dioxide from our breath.
So we can verify that yes, mosquitoes are attracted to certain colors. With your Verify, I'm Rekha Muttaraj.
Our next guest is an icon, from playing beloved roles in your favorites like Taxi, Always Sunny, Twins, and so many more. Check out our fantastic interview with the one and only Danny DeVito.
Please welcome the Danny DeVito.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Royalty.
Very much. Nice to be here.
Danny, let's jump right in. I mean, you've been in the game for a long time. What does it take for you to accept a role these days?
You got to feel it here, first of all. You want to be entertained. Lots of things. There's a bunch of things. Friends, good work, good people, story, character, something that you can understand and feel when you read it. And so the case of this movie, The Survivor, I have a bunch of good things going for it.
Why would you help me win?
Win? Boy, chick. I'm just giving you a chance to lose with a little dignity. It's really about love and about being pulled apart. You fall in love desperately, and then unfortunate time with the war and and Hitler and the Nazis and all that stuff. That story got me. It really touched me.
This is a true story of someone who was forced into boxing, but for some reason it feels relevant to, I can imagine, to many people now, right? There's still a lot of trauma attached to the Holocaust as well. So why is this story relevant now?
The implementing of somebody else's will on you is like, you know, the interference in your life is relevant. And unfortunately, it goes on as we speak everywhere in the world.
You say that every character that you play is like putting on a mask. So which mask have you put on where you're like, this is easy, I like this is more me?
You try to get into, like, you know, if you're doing a movie where you also have to suspend, you know, as an actor, okay, I'm going to be Arnold Schwarzenegger's brother. Same thing with Matilda. You go like, okay, well, I'm not an evil dad. I have a couple kids. I have 3 kids. I know what it's like to be like gentle and kind with your children, but you put that, you know, you inhabit that spot as an actor. That's what you do. So it's a fun thing being an actor, I tell you.
What about the mask for Taxi? Because let's be honest, it puts you on the map.
Well,
and in fact, Mary Lou Henner, who's going to be co-hosting with us next week or in a few weeks, she says that you were the cool kids of the Paramount lot, always throwing parties.
Oh yeah.
What did the parties entail? Tell us.
The Taxi cast was the best. Well, first of all, we had an opportunity because we shot our show on a Friday night. A lot of people shoot on Tuesday night, Wednesday night. At Paramount, it was Happy Days, it was Laverne and Shirley. Wow. Eventually, it was Mork and Mindy. It was like we had a pack of people there that were like, you know, all party goers. They loved it. So every Friday night, the Taxi cast would put together an incredible, I mean, I'm talking about off the charts party. So that you could party from Friday night after we finished the show, which was around 9 or 10 o'clock at night, maybe, sometimes a little bit later. You could party until Sunday, until you had to go back to work on Monday.
Amazing.
So it was like, it was available. Let's put it that way.
I can't wait to hear Mary Lou's side.
Wow. Yes,
ask her.
Speaking of Taxi, there's some speculation online, and when I say online, I mean our producer Gabrielle and our stage manager David, that Louis De Palma is Frank Reynolds, your character on Sunny, in a past life. Now, do you agree?
He may have been. Frank has had many incarnations. He's done so many things.
Where's the rum? Rum ham! No, Frank, stay in the boat!
You know, it's not out of the question that he was a bully taxi dispatcher at one time in his life.
What was your reaction when you realized that fans were so committed to your characters, like getting tattoos of your most iconic moments in Always Sunny? We know Rum Ham and the Trash Man. So, like, these are tattooed on people's bodies forever.
For life.
What was your reaction when you saw this?
I think look, everybody should be free to do what they like and live their lives the way they like it. And boy, I'm really happy to be part of that, you know, everyday shower that you take.
Yeah.
You know, you just scrub me, whatever part of the body that you're scrubbing. It doesn't matter to me as long as I'm with you. Aww. It's really a good thing. I think it's an honor, and I appreciate that devotion to the character.
That is beautiful. You are so refreshing. Thank you so much, Danny. DBL, be sure to check out The Survivor on HBO and HBO Max. We'll be right back. Thank you. Congratulations.
You're amazing. Come back soon, please.
Thank you very much.
What a pleasure. Thank you, Danny.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Beam me down, Scotty. Star Trek. Am I right? You guys get the reference. Teleporting someone from somewhere else. Well, guess what? We did it. Sort of. Let me fill you in. It turns out that Microsoft, those sneaky little nerds, have been working on this project quietly since 2015, and they call it holoportation. Get it? It's a mix of hologram and teleportation. And this is how it works. They take someone into a room and they set them up in front of their very fancy HoloLens camera. It captures a complete 3D version of that person and then can transport them anywhere, even into outer space.
Fine. We can interact and communicate as if we're co-present.
Well, earlier this month, NASA announced that they decided to try out Microsoft's new software. They put flight surgeon Dr. Joseph Schmidt in a room with the HoloLens camera. Meantime, they had the current astronauts living on the International Space Station put on an augmented reality headset. And then they hit connect. From the astronaut's point of view, the doctor beamed in just like Scotty was there at the controls.
That ties it.
The doctor's entire mind and body was there in the spaceship in real time and ready to help and aid anyone in medical distress, even though they were traveling at 17,500 miles per hour and orbiting 250 miles above the Earth. Talk about a house call. The astronauts took pictures with the good doc and gave us an idea on how helpful this technology might be in the future. You have a mine disaster in Central America? Holoport the best experts from all over the world to organize immediately. Do you have victims in war-torn countries? They could be seen by the best doctors in the world without the doctors having to travel anywhere. But as for now, I think we can say Scotty is beaming at how far we've come. Get it? Now you know.
A new report from the American Lung Association says despite decades of progress in making our air cleaner, more than 137 million people live in places with failing grades for unhealthy levels of pollution. That's 2 million more people breathing unhealthy air compared to last year. When it comes to living with poor air quality, not everyone is treated equally. Researchers found people of color are 3 times more likely than white people to live in a county with high air pollution. But there's actually some encouraging news here in Hampton Roads. When it comes to high ozone pollution, which can inflame your airways and cause coughing and sore throats, Norfolk and Virginia Beach were rated as some of the cleanest cities. Our area also got top marks for short-term particle pollution, which can cause a whole host of health problems from decreased lung function to heart attacks. While our area came away with a relatively clean bill of health, it's still clear there's a lot of work left to be done to make sure everyone can enjoy the same fresh air.
Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments, and Trina just emailed us, so thank you for emailing us. She says, I'm totally against the menthol ban. It will go on the black market, which I think is definitely true, and that could be very dangerous. I do smoke menthol, always have. I'm a white 33-year-old female, and I would pay extra to get menthol. Interesting take. Interesting take. Well, y'all have a lovely, safe weekend. Remember, everyone's fighting an uphill battle you know nothing about, so be kind. DBL is new every day. We will see you Monday, same time, same place, and we're grateful that you chose us. Me? You like me? Bye, guys. It's always